They say it appears only once every 7 years, but no one's ever landed on it. A glowing island west of Ireland, seen by sailors, drawn on ancient maps, then gone. No trace, no coast, just ocean. But what if it was never meant to be found? What if Hybrazil isn't a myth or a mistake, but a glitch, a tear in the simulation, a location phasing in and out of our reality, like a program that was never supposed to render in full? And maybe it's still there. The first records of Hybrazil appear in the 14th century, not in folklore, but on maps. Sailors, monks, and mapmakers believed in a circular island west of Ireland, so real it was drawn again and again. Some maps called it Brazil, others Hybrazil, but the shape was always the same: round, isolated, surrounded by fog. It appears on the Catalan Atlas of 1375, on maps by Ptolemy, the Zeno brothers, and even on nautical charts as late as the 1800s. What's strange is not just that it was there, but that no one could ever land on it. Over and over, explorers reported seeing a glowing landmass on the horizon, but when they approached, it vanished. Some described it as shrouded in a golden mist. Others said it shimmered and flickered like a heat mirage. In 1674, Captain John Nisbet claimed his crew landed on Hybrazil, met strange robed beings, and were given silver and gold before the island faded behind them. This was over 250 years before the modern UFO era began. Other reports described Hybrazil as shining or humming, and appearing in places it wasn't supposed to be. Not just an island, but a moving force, a presence. Stories of glowing orbs near the Irish coast, strange fogs, time distortion. These aren't just sailors' myths, they're early signs of the same high strangeness we see in UFO encounters today. It wasn't just a place, it was an event, a phenomenon. How does an island appear on maps for over 500 years and then just vanish from history? In 2022, the Nobel Prize in Physics confirmed something that had once sounded like science fiction. Our universe is non-local. That means what happens in one place can instantly affect something elsewhere, like reality itself is a network, not a place. Some scientists now believe we're not living in a universe, but a rendered simulation. And if that's true, then maybe Hybrazil wasn't an island at all. Maybe it was a glitch, a leak, a temporary rendering of something we weren't supposed to see. Think about it. It appears exactly every 7 years. It glows. It vanishes when approached. That's not geography. That's code being toggled on and off. Now fast forward to 1980, the Rendlesham Forest incident, Britain's Roswell. U.S. Air Force officer Jim Penniston touches a landed craft and claims to receive a binary code download directly into his mind. Years later, that code is decoded, and one of the locations embedded in the message, 53 degrees north, 42 degrees west, right where Hybrazil was said to be. Was this a message from the same intelligence that created the Hybrazil phenomenon, or a reminder that it's still there? Cut to Tuatha De Danann carvings, light orbs moving through forests, simulation HUD graphics. In Irish myth, the Tuatha De Danann arrived in flying ships, brought advanced knowledge, then vanished underground, or into invisible cities. Were they gods? Or were they IT programmers, engineers, the ones who created or maintained the simulation itself? What if Hybrazil wasn't their home, but a portal? A glitching interface between our layer and theirs. An island that appears and disappears. A coordinate hidden in a binary download from a UFO. Myths of glowing ships and beings of light. This isn't a legend, it's a pattern. For over 500 years, Hybrazil appeared on maps, seen by sailors, feared by kings, whispered about in myth, and then it vanished. But what if it didn't disappear at all? What if the island was never meant to exist in our layer of reality, at least not for long? A render triggered a ripple in the program. The coordinates found in a binary code during a UFO encounter, the ancient stories of glowing lands, the beings that came and went without a trace. These aren't just coincidences, they're echoes. In a simulated universe, nothing is truly lost, only deactivated, hidden, waiting to be recompiled. Maybe Hybrazil isn't a lost island, but an access point, a seam in the system, a place where the code wears thin. This is the hidden layer, the space between myth and memory, reality and render, and it may still be there.